I want to take the time to welcome all of you. It gives me great pleasure to welcome every one of you to our call tonight. You are here with the team that is going to their wealthy place. This is the Team Wealthy Place call, and we're just excited tonight to have an opportunity to connect with all of you. Thank you all so much for taking the time out this evening to join us. We won't be on the call very long, and so I want to at this time get started. At this time, I'm going to turn the call over to the gentleman that's going to be sharing just some powerful information with us tonight. I just want to ask right now, is Mr. Calvin Ellaby on the line?
Gavin, loud and clear. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, Calvin. Thank you so much, and we are turning this over to you at this time. Take it away.
Good evening, and I say to everybody again, good evening. Once again, I too would like to thank everybody that's on the call tonight. I really want to encourage you to get some paper, get a pen. We want you taking some copious notes. We want to share some incredible information with you. We want to talk to you about why Sizzle, why the Wealthy Place movement, why we want you to be a part of this movement as well. So what we want you to do is make sure that you get to a quiet place, close the door, cut off the television, cut off the radio, cut off any distraction that may be there, so we can give you enough information where you can make an informed and intelligent business decision tonight about why Sizzle and why Team Wealthy Place. And what I want to do is just give you a little bit of information that you really need to have when you're looking at making a business decision. I've been in this industry all my adult life over the past 20-plus years. I've been in sales and marketing, been in network marketing, been in traditional business. And one of the keys to my success is that I've had some incredible mentors. I truly believe that mentorship is even better than personal experience. And all my mentors have really shared with me, Calvin, the key to success when you're looking at choosing a particular company. You want to make sure that the leadership is in place. So we're going to give you some information tonight about the leadership of Sizzle and also the leadership of Team Wealthy Place. I want to talk with you about, my mentor said, you need to have companies that have not just good products, but excellent products. And we want to talk with you about why we believe that Sizzle's products will be considered the gold standard, the measuring stick from other products in this industry. We want to share with you about the stability of this company, because this company has the money, the financial wherewithal, okay, to do all the things they say they're going to do. We're also going to talk with you about, just real briefly, about what we truly believe is the most robust compensation plan in this industry. And you're hitting the company at the right time. We truly believe that timing is so very important. Timing is important, but positioning is critical. So we're going to talk with you about how we are building momentum, not just domestically, but also international. The other thing my mentor said is if you choose a company, make sure you have a company that has great support, have great training, and also have great customer service. And that's why we want to talk with you about why Sizzle. We're talking about a company that's been around since 2006. Okay? So it's not just a company that started last year or a couple of years ago. We're moving into 10 years of operation. This company was started by Tom Myers and his son, Tom Jr. And these owners had a mission, not just a goal of making a lot of money, not just a goal of competing in this market space, but a mission to create the most powerful personal care product and dietary supplement in the world. Not just the USA, but in the world. And when we talk about in the world, they can say this because this company is currently operating, currently doing business in over 40 different countries. You know, we've been involved with some companies that talk about we're going to be expanding to Canada at best, right? But we're talking about you make a decision to position yourself with Sizzle, to position yourself with Team Wealthy Place, where you're going to have access to over 40 different countries. So when I had a chance to look at this, I checked off leadership, put a check mark there. I looked at the products, put a check mark there. I looked at the stability of the company, put a check mark there. I looked at a robust compensation plan that's not just equitable for big builders, but even people that just want to come in here and help family and friends get better products as well. We put a check mark there. We got a company that has momentum, that's building momentum, and you get a chance to position yourself. The check mark is there. We've had so many people on our team talk about the support, the training, and the customer service. Check, check, check. And what we're going to do now, we're going to bring on one of our business partners that's going to talk with you about the uniqueness of these products that Sizzles have. While we truly believe beyond a shadow of a doubt, while Sizzles products will be considered the gold standard, they will be the measuring bar for other companies that's looking at entering into a product-based company. They're going to have to see how do they match up with Sizzles. So what I want to do is bring my good friend Leon Green. Leon, you there?
Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
Now, I had a chance to really meet Leon via phone a few weeks back, and I had a chance to get to know this guy. I said, man, this is an absolute bona fide stud. This guy has been in the industry himself for over 20-plus years. And one of the things I found out that he was residing in Delaware, but by way of California. So I felt a little bit better about Leon when I heard that, right? But he has been one of the most successful leaders in this industry of network marketing. And one of his keys, he believed the same thing I believe, that mentorship is always better than personal experience. And he's been mentored by some of the best in this industry, to include one of my favorites, Jim Rohn and Les Brown. This guy has made millions in this industry, top income earner in every place that he's came, and Sizzle would not be any exception. So we're going to bring our great senior partner to the mic, and he's going to talk about the uniqueness of the Sizzle product. With that being said, Leon, we're going to toss to you, buddy.
Great. Thank you so much, Calvin. I really appreciate you having me on the call tonight. I always love sharing this opportunity with people because, like yourself, I've been in the industry for well over 20 years, and we've had some good runs with companies and some not-so-good runs. And what's important to us at this point in our career is finding a stable company for the people that have faithfully followed us throughout the years, because we've been fortunate, God's blessed us, and we've made some pretty good income in the business. But not all of our people did, because the companies that we were working with weren't that they weren't that friendly for people that didn't have experience like you do. And so when I took a look at this company, first of all, when Jerome Hughes called me, that's like he had Putney. I mean, whenever he calls you about something, you stop and listen. And I was actually involved in another project. We have a couple of other traditional businesses. But when Jerome called, I said, well, this bears looking into, because he doesn't put his name on just anything. And so when we checked the company out, the first thing that got my attention was the product. And that's so unusual for me, because usually I'm the comp guy. I want to look at the compensation plan and see how much money there is. But ironically, I was already looking for some products like our company has, which are non-toxic products. I was looking for some deodorants that didn't have aluminum in it. And so when I went to our website and started looking at Jerome's website and saw all the plethora of products that we have, man, I was blown away. And I want you guys to understand, whether you've been in this business and been successful and never been in this business before, family, the economy is not good. I mean, I don't think there's anybody that will argue that fact. And what happens is people are getting downsized and laid off and restructured, and people just need more money. Everything is getting more expensive. And this type of industry, home-based businesses or network marketing, is really about the only way for regular people like myself to be able to go out and earn an above-average income. And so we've got some tremendous leadership here to show you how to do this. But I want you to understand, our business is not rocket science. What you're trying to do is you're opening up your own store. It's like, how would you feel if you owned a Radio Shack or a Target or a Kmart, and people came and shopped every month, and then you just made a percentage or profit off of everything that they bought? Well, that's what you're looking to do here over the next several months, the next several years. You're looking to build hundreds and thousands and tens of thousands of people that simply consume these incredible products. And when you look at our company compared to other companies, a lot of companies just have products, don't mean anything. And people are buying them just because that's how they get qualified to earn their paycheck. And if they don't get paid, they'll stop buying the product. That is not the case here, family. People will buy our products whether they're getting paid or not, because they make a difference. Calvin had talked about a movement, and that's what we're doing, folks. We're educating people about the health issues that most of us are facing today. It's hard to talk to people and not hear somebody suffering from diabetes or heart condition or carpal tunnel syndrome or lack of energy or this and that. And what we've come to realize is that a lot of that is due to the fact that we are immersed in a chemical toxin environment. And what happens is all the products that we use, the air we breathe, the water we drink, the food we eat, all these things are loaded with chemicals, and they're causing health problems. And so what we do, family, is we educate people about living in a toxin-free environment. And I'm a former U.S. Marine, and I'm into excellence. And I tell you what, I love this company because they are far superior to anything that's out there. This product will stack up to anybody. If they say, well, we got a similar product, I'm like, no, you don't. Okay, these are all scientifically formulated. They're 100% organic. They're toxin-free. The owner of the company, Mr. Maurer, that Calvin talked about, this gentleman, he and his family are actually the research scientists that produce the product family. They take it from the inception when the raw materials come in all the way through quality control to the end product and ship it out to us. There is nothing that will match this. And so what happens is you get people on our products, they're going to start feeling better. They're going to be more energetic. They're going to start losing weight. They're going to be healthier. And they're not going to want to go back to the toxic products anymore. Even if they want to, they can't. I use my own shampoo, my own conditioner, my own toothpaste. I use my own mouthwash. I use my own deodorant. I wash my vegetables in a toxin-free wash that we get from the company. I use my own laundry detergent. There's cosmetics. You name it. There's nutritional supplements. There's anti-aging formulas. You name it. We have all those products. And what people will do is when they get on those products, family, and they get used to them, they can't go back to the old products anymore, even if they want to, because their skin will start breaking out and stuff when they start using those chemicals again. So what we're showing you how to do is build a foundation on solid products that people are using every day. They're already spending the money. All you have to do is expose them to this, educate them. They'll stop buying at the store and start buying from you, or either come in business with you and buy from themselves. But either way, you get paid on that. And over the course of months or years, guys, you can build a large organization of consumers and other business associates that will pay you every month when people spend the money that they're already spending anyway. So, Calvin, I couldn't be happier about this company, man, and also to be associated with you guys and the other leaders that Jerome has put together on this team. And for those of you that are on the fence, guys, don't procrastinate with this. Get involved. Try some product. You'll see for yourself. And get on more of these calls and see the quality of leadership that you have that's going to help get you to the promised land. So with that, Calvin, thank you for a couple of minutes, and I'll turn it back over to you.
Awesome. Leon, as I was listening to you taking notes, one of the most appealing things that you talked about, that people will buy products from us whether they're making money or not. Now, unlike any other company that we have been involved with, that when people join us, the clock starts ticking, 30, 60, maximum of 90 days. If they're not making money, they are out of here. But they joining a movement. That's absolutely incredible. So thank you so much for all the skill set, the professionalism that you bring to Team Wealthy Place.
Thank you.
And on that note, what I want to do now, I want to kind of dovetail on what Leon Green just shared with you. And I want to talk with you about a conversation I had with Jerome Hughes. And this is a campaign that we are looking at launching. As a matter of fact, we have already launched this campaign. And this is a campaign that you need to launch personally. And then you can be able to launch this campaign within your emotional circle, within your family circle, within your spiritual circle, within your business circle. And this campaign is simply called Get Off the Toxic Grid. Let me say this again. Get off the toxic grid, right? Now, I want you to kind of lean forward just a little bit as we kind of illustrate what we're talking about. As Leon talked with you, not most of, but probably all of the products that we have from personal care, even dietary supplements, are laced with toxic, unnatural ingredients. So what we want to talk with you about now is how you can get off the toxic grid and how you can get other family members and co-workers and church members also off of that toxic grid. And here's the illustration I want to give you. I want you to think about this. I want you to kind of picture this. Picture a very attractive lady, right? A profile of a very attractive lady. Long hair. She has her hand on her face gently. And I want you to imagine a line drawn through her hair, a line drawn to her face, a line drawn to her eyes, a line drawn to her lips, a line drawn to her teeth, a line drawn to her hand and other body parts, right? And next to these lines, I want you to imagine, the name of each product on these lines, such as shampoo or conditioner, a relaxer, eyeshadow, hairspray, grease, blush, lipstick, foundation, body lotion, soap, bubble bath, toothpaste, which has fluoride in it, aluminum-based deodorant, which is the leading cause of breast cancer in women, perfume, dietary stuff. Just imagine all these products And then next to these products is going to be a list of the toxin ingredients in each one of those products. And next to the toxin ingredients, it's going to talk about the detriment to your body, what it causes you every time you take these products, week after week, month after month, year after year, decade after decade, that these toxin ingredients beginning to enter your body. And then we come with the answer, because we have listed the solution that all the products that you have, from personal care, even dietary supplements, have toxin ingredients. But now we're going to give you a solution, which is Sizzle, because we have all natural, non-toxic ingredients in our product. Now, when we talk about getting off the toxic ingredient, just use this as an example. Let's say the average family have 10 products from personal care and dietary supplements that consist of these toxic ingredients. And we're going to talk to them about getting off the toxic, getting off the unhealthy, getting off the unnatural ingredients. And like I said, the first month, Leon, they're able to replace 2 of their products with Sizzle products. Now they are now 20% off of the toxic ingredient. Then the next month, they may be able to replace 3 more, which is a total of 5. Now they are 50% off of the toxic ingredient. Then the next month, they may be able to replace 3 more of those products. Now they are 80% off of the toxic ingredient. Now that third or fourth month, they may be able to replace 2 more. Now they are 100% off of the toxic, unnatural, unhealthy ingredient. And see, the great celebration that over the next 3 to 6 months, 3 to 6 years, they'll be able to see how their body begin to get healthy again. They're not going to feel as sluggish again. They're going to have more energy, more vitality. Their hair is going to, the fall out of their hair is going to stop, because now these toxic products are no longer in their body. When you take a look at the products, the litany of products that we have with Sizzle, some people think it's overwhelming. I said, no, it's just what we need. And I would suggest, my wife and I, we have gotten several of these products, but I would truly suggest that you start with one of my favorites, which is the Super Detox. When you're getting off the toxic ingredient, you need to detox your body first, because with this Super Detox, what it does is detox your liver, it detox your colon, which is probably the genesis of over 90% of the sickness and disease starts in your colon and in your liver. So what we need to do, first of all, team, is get excited, pumped up, motivated, fired up, and ready to go about getting off the toxic grid ourselves. And as we start getting off the toxic grid, then we can share with people, in our social circle, in our business circle, in our family circle, in our spiritual circle, because now we're going to have so much excitement, so much more energy. People are going to ask, what is going on with you? And all you got to do is say, I'm getting off the toxic grid. What does that mean, Jerome? Well, let me sit down and share with you about getting off the toxic, getting off the unhealthy, getting off the unnatural grid. And there's probably 25, 30 different products. We look at household to personal care to dietary supplement that every family is using to help us get off that toxic grid. Now, with that being said, I want us to talk about the money. I'm going to bring the guy on I call the Jerry Maguire, because what he's going to do is show you the money. Carl had to get his younger son to tell him what Jerry Maguire means, because he's in a different bracket. He doesn't know what Jerry Maguire means, but this guy's going to talk with you about the money. And this is probably one of the most humble, successful guys I've ever met. Carl has been at the top of 2 different companies. He's made a ton of money in this industry of network marketing, one of the greatest industry in the world. He hails from the great state of the Razorbacks, Arkansas, and this guy's going to talk with you about the uniqueness of this compensation plan, this robust compensation plan, and he's going to close out with giving you some marching orders also. With that being said, Carl, are you there?
I am. Thank you, Calvin. How are you this evening?
Carl, I'm doing excellent, my friend.
Very good. Thank you. And it's just an honor to be with this team, with Team Wealthy Place, and being here in the right place at the right time. For me, it's only been, now I'm going on, I think Tuesday, it'll be 3 weeks. But it's been an incredible change in my psyche and what I'm looking to accomplish here in my life and where we are in our life. So we're just very, very excited about that. And Leon Semper Fi, my brother, thanks for serving. But what we're looking for here and what we understand here is lifestyle change. Not only, the toxic grid, and getting off that grid is just phenomenal. And everybody I talk to, they don't realize how it's affecting their lives and their longevity and what's going on with their lives. But I'm going to tell you tonight what this compensation plan can do for you. And it's an incredible compensation plan. You know, I have had the blessings of being at the top of every compensation plan I ever worked. One of the most stable is the Unilevel, and what they have been able to do here with Sizzle is incredible. I've never seen this type of plan before, and it's just incredible. I'm going to start out with this. When you bring somebody into your business, and this business is incredibly easy to do as long as you will expose, connect, and upgrade people. It's so easy to do. That part is simple. We have some of the greatest teachers and trainers on this team, Team Wealthy Place, starting with Jerome Hughes, who's at the forefront and putting everything together, and the other great leaders you heard on this call, and the leaders you're going to hear on our calls, successful people in this industry, really successful. And we're all here to help each other, working on that team mode. So when you bring somebody into this business, let's say you sponsor me. I'll use that as an example. You sponsor me, and your commission on that, your what we call in the industry the fast start bonus, is paid the very next day. Think about that for a moment. I can put somebody in today, which I'm going to do here later this evening, and tomorrow that money will be in my processor. We have a processor in the back office and in your bank account about a day after that. That's incredibly fast. But what they've done here is something that I've never seen before. They pay 8 generations of matching bonus. So every single person that I sponsor, you're going to get paid the next day on that person, a matching bonus. And so on, all the way down 8 generations. So the people that I sponsor, when they sponsor, you're going to get paid. And down 8 generations. I keep repeating that because I want you to understand that to me that is so powerful, because as long as in that leg that you're building, you understand that leg continues to grow. When people are sponsored in any generation, 8 down, you're going to get paid the very next day. That is so powerful to me. I've never seen that done before. And now go to the next part of our compensation plan, your residual, your living residual that continues to grow every single month as people rebuy the products, reinitiate themselves to what we have here, and start to change their lives on the end of getting off the toxic grid. When you look at that, that pays 10 levels. 10 levels on this Unilevel. The most powerful compensation plan I believe in the world is the Unilevel. One, the structure is there for lasting. The third part of this that I want to bring into this, and these are the 3 key points that really got me. The third point is you have a 60-day window to place people under somebody. Let's say you decide you sponsor someone, you decide to put that person underneath me. You still receive the fast start bonus for 8 generations. That goes on, there's no question. But I would also receive the residual income from that. So we're working together as a team. If you look at this compensation plan, if you have studied compensation plans like I have, my conclusion is this. I'm building 3 legs, 1, 2, 3 in this compensation plan, and helping people below me receive their residual commissions. You see, what we're about here is helping other people. Now, we also have a matching bonus, and we have a car bonus that's the most easiest to attain that I've ever seen in the industry. But I'm not going to talk about that too much tonight. What I want to talk to you about in this compensation plan is simply this. The most important thing that I found in this industry is mentorship, yes. Experience, yes. But the most important thing is when you're making a decision to join a company, and this company is established, this company is ready to go. We've barely touched the USA and Canada and opening other countries south of the border. But what I want you to understand is this. The most important thing is what team you sponsor into. And Team Wealthy Place, the way that Jerome and the leaders you've heard on this call and the other leaders that you haven't heard yet, if you're just listening to this call for the first time, they're so experienced and have put together something here that is just simply unbelievable. We have something here that will help you, and if you pick the right team, and I believe you're in the right place at the right time because we just kicked off Team Wealthy Place about 3.5 weeks ago. So you're in the right place at the right time. You're ground floor with a company that's 8 years old. What I'd like you to do right now is get back to the person who invited you to this call. Get all your questions answered and get started with Team Wealthy Place and Sizzle, and let us help you reach the top pinnacle of success. God bless, and thank you.